Hey guys, this is Miguel. As you guys already know, I released set 30 a few days ago. Even though I worked alone on it for the most part, I used some of Mardo's concept cards as well as the idea to introduce the tool cards and forbidden jutsus to the game. In this video today, I explain to you how those new mechanics work, so you guys can all enjoy set 30 to its fullest. This is one of the 18 tool cards introduced in set 30. There are 5 void tools like this one here, and also 3 for each symbol. I also wanted to make sure you have a good variety of tools available to you from the get-go. Since all tool cards have a hand cost, some of them are only restricted to deck types using the according symbol. But in this case, I show you the kunai, which has a void symbol, since it's the most generic and basic tool card you can splash in any reinforcement deck. That's right, tool cards don't go into your main deck, but into your reinforcement deck, so they are available to you anytime. But besides the hand cost, they also have an entrance cost you have to pay to play the tool card. This means you can play this kunai from your reinforcement deck on turn 1 or higher. Keep in mind though that you can only play one tool card per turn during your mission phase. Once a tool is in play, it goes to your village and has 2 mechanics. Once per turn during a mission phase, you can either attach this tool to one of your ninjas or detach it. If a tool card is not attached to a ninja, it has no effect text and does nothing. To attach a tool, you have to meet its requirements. This kunai has no requirements, as you can see, which means you can attach it to any one of your ninjas. And the ninja with the attached tool is referred to as the wielder. In this case, the wielder gets a +1/+0 bonus. Let's switch to the rope javelin for a second. It has a wind symbol, so you have to pay its hand cost with a wind card to play it, and also it has an entrance cost of 2. Unlike the kunai though, this rope javelin has a requirement. You can only attach it to one of your ninjas with an entrance cost of 1 or more. Now you can use your attached rope javelin during the exchange of jutsu to negate target ninja's effect text during the turn by removing this tool from the game as the cost. Additionally, the rope javelin also has a handle effect. It's similar to expert effects on jutsu cards, so if the name of the wielder matches the name required for handle, it gets an additional effect. In this case, if Garo of the Desert is the wielder of this rope javelin, he gets a +1/+0 bonus. What happens when the wielder is removed from play? Well, the cool thing about tools is that when the wielder is removed from play, the tool card goes back to your village and you can attach it onto another ninja during your mission phase. This definitely makes it up for the hand cost you paid earlier, since your tools will be available to you throughout the game and it's up to the player's strategic skills to use them to their max potential. Be aware though that there also exist counterplays to tool cards on Naruto CCG, since there are effects that can remove in-play non-ninja cards, like for example Friendship from Sorrow. Tool cards also have characteristics to scrap the tool. Most of them do nothing on their own but get important with other effects. Like this Tenten here, when she is in play, all of your weapon tool cards get a -1 entrance cost. Not only that, but she is the only ninja that can equip up to 3 tool cards. Ah, I didn't mention this before, right? Well, you can only attach 1 tool to a ninja at a time, but this girl here is the exception. But there's one characteristic some tools have that has a mechanic. It's unique. This is basically the opposite of non-unique, meaning you can only have 1 tool and play with the same name as those tools. For example, you can have up to 3 kunais in your village, but only 1 Bashosen. As a designer, that allowed me to give the unique tools in set 30 more powerful effects. And that is basically everything you need to know about tool cards. What Mardo and me wanted to try to accomplish with this was to add a new layer of depth to the card game. Just like jutsu cards allow for interesting interactions and mind games, tool cards now will also be one of the resources you and your opponent can play to tip the scales. Even if your opponent doesn't even play a single tool card, you still have to expect the possibility, because the only thing you see is their stack of 15 face-down cards full of potential threats throughout the game. Now let's quickly go over forbidden jutsu cards. They're basically jutsu cards and work exactly like jutsus with a few differences. Forbidden jutsus also go into your reinforcement deck. This means that now you really have to spend more time and effort to build the best reinforcement deck that suits your main deck the most, since you have only 15 slots to add all the reinforcement ninjas, squads, tool cards and forbidden jutsus. This now makes every reinforcement deck a potential threat now, no matter what kind of deck you play. Forbidden jutsus are designed as ultimate jutsus or game-ending jutsus, your ultimate trump card. I designed 12 forbidden jutsus, 2 for each symbol. Each of them are incredibly powerful and can therefore only be played very late in the game. You can only put 1 copy of each forbidden jutsu in a reinforcement deck, meaning you will only have 1 try to play it in the game. If it gets negated or fizzles, that's it. Also, once they would leave the field, they are always removed from game instead. You cannot even mastery forbidden jutsus. Also, they usually require an absurd amount of chakra to even play, and you don't get that 1 chakra back you would get after a normal jutsus effect has been applied. Since most of them are playable on turn 6 or later, I call this late game the Forbidden EOJ War. If you don't manage to end the game before then, make sure you have enough chakra for the upcoming war or prevent your opponent from playing their trump card instead. The idea behind this is that Mardo and I think that a game should end around turn 7 and shouldn't be dragged out for too long. But after playtesting a lot to balance this set, I noticed that Forbidden Jutsu are ultimately not that relevant compared to the tool cards. Tool cards change how the game is played entirely. Just a basic kunai can set up the win condition for you. For example, let's say we are on turn 1 and want to deploy a tracking ninja. Before that though, we can just play a kunai from our reinforcement deck and pay the tracking ninja as a hand cost and then ambush him after. Not only did that basically eliminate the hand cost, but now I have a 5 combat ninja on turn 1 that can swing solo for 2 BRs. This makes the game a lot faster, since then I don't need to stack up my early game ninjas just to maximize the prizes. And later in the game I can just jump block with this tracking ninja and still have my kunai I can now equip onto another ninja instead. And the kunai is only the most basic tool card in set 30. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. My goal was not only to educate you, but also spread the news about set 30 being released outside of our forums. If you have questions, check out the video description, it covers a lot you guys need to know. You can also download set 30 there. Otherwise, just type your questions or give your feedback in the comment section below. Also make sure you actually play this game, especially online on Untap, and share your experiences. Untap is completely free by the way, and it just takes 1 minute to make an account. In the description you also find our Discord server for Naruto CCG. There you have our voice chats available to you to have a more fun and interactive online gaming experience. You can also challenge other players there, since it's sometimes hard to wait until other players go online on Untap. Just take the initiative and request a game on Discord instead. There we also help you out with all your ruling questions, no matter if you're new to the game or not. Also, what is really important to me, I want to make this abandoned game great again. But to achieve this, we need a lot of people talking about the game constantly. I gave you a lot of new material and a new meta to talk about and new reasons to pick up the game again, whether physically or online. We also desperately need content creators, because that is how players find out that this game still exists and is as fun to play as ever. So record your gameplay, stream it, make discussion videos or even tutorials and guides. You can also spectate other people's games on Untap and just commentate it. Please do that and I will promise you that this game will not die. Because this game only dies when the community dies. With that being said, have a nice day and take care guys.